California. The appropriateness on the drive route Lincoln mapped out for that first taste on the 2018 Lincoln Navigator didn't get lucky and me until well after Idawachi handed back the real key fob on the ruby red, full-size luxury SUV. And it hit me. The journey inland in the upscale coastal enclave to your Temecula wine country and back I just completed is but one that Lincoln undoubtedly envisions potential Navigator buyers making by incorporating frequency. The Laguna Beach crowd is likely type of customer the all-new 2018 Navigator would need to attract if it's likely to succeed beyond like a go-to for livery companies. The changes on the brawny Lincoln SUV are immediately evident from in the driver's seat. It acquitted itself around the various sorts of tarmac we encountered during our day's drive, handling bumps and imperfections within a manner resembling exactly what a Great Danes respond to a yapping terrier, acknowledgement and then utter disregard. This nearly 6,000-pound SUV just isn't easily unsettled. And though it features a completely independent rear suspension, the Navigator still feels trucky in the on-road demeanor, a fascinating characteristic to many that helps differentiate it from German alternatives including the Audi Q7 and Mercedes-Benz GLS. On the twists and turns of Ortega Highway, really the only direct method to Temecula from Orange County within the Santa Ana Mountains, the 17.5-foot-long Lincoln shifted the weight left and right predictably. It's no Jaguar F-Pace, nevertheless it'll ensure you get up on the ski resort without inducing any undue panic or stress, specifically if you tighten things up by engaging Excite mode. After messing around with the system's other modes, I found themselves leaving it in Excite through the bulk of my drive thanks towards the sharper steering feel and throttle response the setting provides. Motivation once the throttle is pinned comes from a version of Ford's proven 3.5-liter EcoBoost twin-turbo V6, which sends 450 horsepower and 510 lb-ft of torque by having a new 10-speed automatic transmission. The package hustles the fundamental SUV along good enough when prodded, plus the engine emits a subdued but appropriate growl since it does. Lincoln didn't divulge a 060 mph test time, but provided that the outgoing Navigator needed 6.5 seconds with 380 horsepower on tap. 6.0 seconds seems an acceptable estimate. When it comes time to prevent the proceedings, it's best never to pump the brakes way too hard. They'll hold you back quickly enough, okay, but nobody aboard will enjoy the nosedive that results. Its on-road behavior is solid enough, but Lincoln did its best product in the 2018 Navigator's cabin. Not only is it pleasant for the eyes, it's a pleasure to occupy also. Beginning from the near-complete deficiency of noise and vibration being passed to the well-insulated cabin. The front seats are very comfortable and will be adjusted to fulfill the ergonomic desires of just about anyone. Highlights add the individually adjustable thigh extenders along with the easily accessible massage function part on the $1,250 perfect position package, which may be turned on with all the push of your mouse next towards the other door-mounted seat adjustment controls. Some will rightly accuse Lincoln of stealing Mercedes' idea. I'm glad it did. The quantity of adjustments available would force occupants to blindly fiddle with quite a few buttons. Key on the interior's stylish elegance will be the smart using chrome throughout, which contrasts well with all the piano black accents and then choice of trim. I'm partial for the white teak found within the Black Label Yacht Club package. The stylish, old-school-looking dash neatly encases a vintage-looking rectangular gauge cluster, all digital, of course, and drives home the mid-century inspiration. The infotainment screen, which runs the Lincolnized version of Ford's Sync 3, breaks inside the flow unfortunately, but being fair, there really isn't a good method to incorporate something as modern being a touchscreen to a design that evokes car interiors of 60 years ago. It's a waste the screen can't be folded or retracted. The close error. It will be worth noting, however, that at least inside the reserve trim and presumably, the Premier and Select levels below, here are a few places where materials quality isn't what it really should be, such as within the upper door panel. Spring with the Black Label model though, plus the Venetian leather Lincoln ways to use its range-topping trim feels better for the touch and is also found in more places. You'll also appreciate the Black Label's standard 20-speaker Revel Ultima audio system, technology package, adaptive cruise control, active park assist, auto high beams, head-up display, collision assist, and lane keep assist, and 22-inch wheels, that happen to be optional for the lower-level models. While the 2018 Navigator's interior is almost perfect, its exterior lacks the imposing presence you'd expect this shy giant to get. From the side, it bears simply too much resemblance on the humble Ford Explorer, almost like the sheet metal with the smaller crossover was simply scaled up then given hook polish, fender accents, and retractable running boards. The Navigator concept Lincoln rolled in 2016 with a slightly sloping roof plus much more elongated and premium-looking shape, harking back to one of today's luxury SUV gold standards, the Range Rover. It's unfortunate those elements didn't result in the cut. Nevertheless, the flat roof with the production model does enable ample headroom inside third row, together with the stated 37.3 inches being enough to comfortably fit even my 6'4" self. The 42.3 inches of legroom third row occupants are available doesn't suck, either. That absence of visual slope negatively impacts matters back at the back with the Navigator, likewise. While an improvement within the outgoing model thanks for the blacked pillars and inverted horizontal light bar, the 2018 Navigator's rear still looks quite slabby, thanks to some extent to its nearly 1-to-1 width-height proportions. And then there's top. An SUV-size version from the grille that's not doing anything special for your Continental doesn't do much for Navigator, either. In fact, out inside wild, it's squished, like someone shrunk the photo horizontally as opposed to vertically. The giant Lincoln logo is really a nice touch, but it must be using a grille using a horizontal pattern, perhaps that from the 65 Continental, rather over a vertical one. Exterior design shortcomings aside, Lincoln nailed nearly everything else within the 2018 Navigator. The package has an excellent interior, a substantial powertrain, good equipment list, a tow rating north of 8,000 pounds, along with a competitive cost that starts at $73,250. Black car fleets will truly love them, but only time will state if the image-conscious, high-net-worth suburbanites Lincoln wishes to attract will notice the same way. Lincoln's concierge services are a supplementary selling point, but failure or success comes down for the strength with the brand's marketing push, because the high-focker the first Navigator might snag probably isn't finding its way back. 2018 Lincoln Navigator 4x4 Reserve Specifications. December 2017. Price $82,400, $88,675 BAZ tested. Engine 3.5 liters twin-turbo Dock 24-valve V6 450 HP at 5,500 revolutions per minute, 510 lb-ft at 3,000 revolutions per minute. Transmission 10-speed automatic. Layout 4-door, 7-passenger, front engine, 4WD SUV. EPA mileage 1,621 miles per gallon city hui. LXWXH 210.0 by 79.9 by 76.3 inches, wheelbase 122.5 inches, weight 5,855 pounds, 060 miles per hour, 6.0 seconds estate. Top speed. Nah.